Our story begins in the year 2246 under a canopy of silver light. Hansel and Gretel lived with their father in a house made of old metal and pipes. The walls were all damp from leaking moisture, and those pipes creaked with every little change in pressure. The floor was scratched by children playing with small machines and tools, as if trying to breathe life into the old corpses of the city. Their dad was a community tech, always hustling to keep the lights on and the water clean for everyone in the neighborhood. But after their mother died, he remarried. The new stepmother had no heart for children. She saw them as a burden on already limited resources. Too fewer mouths mean more survival, she said, totally chill and steady. No anger or fuss. It's just simple math, you know. We really need to get out of here right now if we want to stay safe. He finally managed to persuade the dad to kick the kids out of the house. One night, under the artificial moon that illuminated their house with a cold blue light, their father led them into the maze. The children knew immediately that something was wrong. Hansel grabbed the white aluminum pebbles from his pockets. He threw them one by one behind them, creating small lanterns in the harsh, rusty darkness. And indeed, when the father did not return, the children found their way back. But the stepmother smiled faintly. He gave it another go, this time using some synthetic bread pieces. Those robotic sweeping birds swooped in and took them out fast. They were lost and couldn't find their way home at all. The maze was alive and unforgiving. As they went deeper, the children encountered half-destroyed bridges hanging from rusty cables, piles of broken machines, and pipes emitting faint steam. The lights danced on the metal surfaces, and every sound felt like the maze roaring around us. The tension just skyrocketed as the air got supercharged and electric. You know? It felt like anything could happen at any moment. Finally, right there in the middle, they spotted the ship, and wow, it was huge. It's shiny and sleek, almost like it's made from some fancy metal. It's got this cool vibe that really catches your eye. Its compartments were filled with nutritious delicacies. The energy from its cores dripped into small tubes of light, creating an ethereal space in the darkness. The ship seemed abandoned, but every light sign indicated that someone or something was watching. To Robot, which appeared all shiny metal and silver joints, with red sensors flashing in her eyes and little antennas twitching. The moment he saw them, he quickly set off the traps without hesitation. Hansel was suddenly stuck in the electrified cage, feeling totally helpless. Gretel just stood there, quietly watching everything unfold. Around them, the ship had suffered minor damage from old machine energies. Pipes had melted, small sparks flickered on the panels. Each fragment was a warning that the robot, which was not just a threat, she was completely controlled and all-powerful in her space. Gretel pretends not to notice the furnace. but she spots signs of past lives' old handprints and traces of those who didn't survive. The witch's panels flash red and orange, the heat increases, and the small vapors from the cooling pipes create a feeling of suffocation. In a clever move, Gretel uses the last aluminum pebbles to disrupt the core's magnetic field. The safety protocols go off, the pipes spark, and the witch's metal begins to melt inside her own mechanical belly. Watching the robot struggle to move, he suddenly decides enough is enough. With a quick shove, he pushes it right into the oven. What a wild move! Gretel, realizing the robot is gone, dashes over to her brother in a panic. Hansel is finally free, and the kids take charge of the ship. Maps light up on the main screen. Gretel sees something that freezes her. Her stepmother has had access to the network. She knew about the units, maybe she had activated this one. She wasn't just cruel, she was complicit. The kids take something before they leave. A small energy core from the ship, a clean, stable source of energy, and a crystalline data file. Proof with the core, they activate an old freight elevator at the edge of the maze. The mechanism creaks. They climb up. The artificial moon shrinks below, and they go back out into the city. Their father sits alone. The stepmother is gone. When she realized the children hadn't returned, she pressed her father for full control of the resources. He finally saw the face behind the calculations. He kicked her out. After searching high and low for his kids for days, he was exhausted. When the door opens and the children stand before him, there is no triumph, only relief that feels like redemption. The core they bring powers their home. The data reveals the network of traps. The city begins to change, and the father learns something no system can calculate. Survival without love is simply slow extinction. Thus, under an artificial moon that continues to shine every night, a house is now illuminated by its own energy. And the two children who once got lost in the maze now hold the map. Every maze can feel totally impossible, right? But with a little courage, some smarts, and just a bit of light shining on those dark paths, there's always a way back home. So don't lose hope. If you enjoyed our story, hit that subscribe button and check out our videos.